We gotta talk about these fights, man. The tank card I'm talking about.
I'm be honest, man. Tell the truth.
Nah,
I've never even heard of these.
I gotta get in shape, bro.
Oh, now you need a tune-up?
You gotta tell the truth. We have to tell the
bring
whole
that
truth.
up.
Tell the truth.
Tell the damn truth.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the second episode of Tell the Truth podcast. Listen, I'm gonna just get right into it. We're right here, Showstoppers Boxing Gym. We gotta talk about these fights, man. The tank card I'm talking about. First of all, we gotta talk about Boo Boo. We gotta talk about Roman Villa and that was that an upset or was it a robbery? And then we gotta talk about Boots and how everybody suddenly thinks that he's a hype job.
Ridiculous.
He's a hype job now.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Out of pocket.
And the way that y'all are talking about Hector Garcia
The disrespect.
is disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
So we just gonna jump right in. You know who I am. I'm Javar, the Valley Savage.
Ricky numero uno nuno.
And Khalif Wadlington, you already know.
Tell the
More of it. Tell the truth.
Let's just jump right in it. Yo, Boo Boo looked good, man. Boo Boo looked real good against Damon Nicholson. I mean, I went back and watched it for the second time. The first time I watched it, I was like, because you saw Nicholson knock him down. They didn't count it.
They didn't count
but
it.
that was a knockdown.
It was clean.
If you know what you're watching, that was a knockdown.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I mean, like, Boo Boo has that tendency to start off fast and then kind of fall off a little bit. But this is boxing. You're gonna get hit with stuff. You know what I mean? Like, no matter how good you are, like, we talk about Devin being so nice all the time, but we've seen him with the wobbly legs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get touched sometimes, but what I seen from Boo Boo was
It was a clinic.
that was a clinic.
Oh, yeah.
The thing is, what I looked at, Boo Boo, I mean, a lot of people say he fights sloppy. Canelo say he's a horrible fighter, but there's technical skills behind it. I mean, he controls distance. I think that's what a lot of people don't see. So Boo Boo, he knows how to keep you at range, and he fights from a southpaw, so it's hard to fight southpaws anyway. And he's a big guy. So at 168, he just filled in the weight class. He's not punching that hard yet, but
Let's be real. Nicholson was. If we look at the size now, we're talking about how they looked at 168.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nicholson looks solid, bro.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I'm not going front. Like, as much as I respect Boo Boo and like, it was a great thing you brought up, like his technicality. Even though people consider him like awkward and he's sloppy, I don't think he's sloppy.
No.
I think he's good at what he does.
Yes.
He's very technical and understands how to play shots accordingly, and he makes himself hard to hit. But his size at 168, like, he didn't look like the same size as Nicholson. I think that's why Nicholson was able to like walk through his shots and be like, all right, I'm able to control this, and and that's why I feel like the fight even went that long.
a lot of people that don't know boxing, they look at it like, oh, he's sloppy.
Of course.
You gotta see if a fighter
It's
can
horrible to
control.
hear sometimes.
He controls range, keeps you at the distance, keeps the jab in your face, hits you whenever he wants to. He's a dangerous fighter. That's why he's undefeated still, and I think he's gonna do well at 168.
I think the problem is just that his resume isn't the best.
Facts.
And I wouldn't call it sloppy. I would just call it awkward.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
100%.
But what I seen from Boo Boo was, did you see how he had all that power in the 10th round too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Like, he
Gas
was
tank.
throwing way more punches. Now, I mean, Nicholson...
He tried to finish him.
He could have threw his hands more, but the power, I mean, he was just throwing with so much power the whole entire fight.
Right.
That takes a lot of energy. That takes,
Great
I
gas
mean,
tank.
like, you have to have the stamina. And what I seen from Boo Boo, I used to say, because I'm a Charlo fan, I like both Charlos, but damn,
Yeah.
what I seen from...
No problem.
Yeah, hell yeah. But what I seen from Boo Boo, I think I used to think that Charlo was gonna walk through Boo Boo.
No way. No way.
Now,
no way.
what I
That's a
seen
tough
from him,
fight.
especially the stamina,
Yeah.
and then as long as Charlo been away from the game, Charlo better not go into that fight without a tune-up. You need a tune-up.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't, I would put if I had to bet right now, Charlo don't have a tune-up. He's going against Boo Boo. I'm taking Boo Boo.
Definitely.
Based on styles.
I mean, Boo Boo
Based on
knows
styles.
how to win.
Yeah.
I mean, Charlo is undefeated himself. They both don't know how to lose, but if it's skill for skill, and I just think that I favor Boo Boo a little bit more because he has more of a technical style, more of a he controls range. I think that's One of his number one perks is he controls range, and he lets his hands go, and he digs well to the body too. He digs well.
Volume puncher, and he, like Javar was bringing up, is like how you're able to keep up and maintain that type of volume every round. Like it's impressive, man.
And have power.
Yeah, and still have the pop and snap behind your punches. Like that's something hard to keep up. And I think that's an advantage he has at 168 because the fact that he's not maybe the biggest person, he's not maybe the strongest at 168, but he still has the volume, he has the speed, and he has that awkward technicality that's going to be a lot to deal with. And it sucks that he's not getting the top fights at 168 or 160 at the time either. But it's just the fact of, you know, we were talking about, I think in the last episode, he's like one of the boogeymen in boxing, like where people don't really want to take a risk on him because look who he's fought. His resume doesn't really speak for anything. He's not really, I mean, he's starting to become a image to look at now because, you know, him and Canelo going back and forth and a lot of talk's been going on.
We gotta be honest. Canelo ducked that smoke at 154. Tell the truth.
Yeah.
Duck the smoke. You didn't want to fight him at 154. He didn't even want to fight him at 160. He went all the way up north.
What's the reward though? We're fighting Boo Boo? I mean,
I know it's not a big reward, but it's just, you know, skill for skill. Canelo knows that's a dangerous fight.
It is for anybody.
That's why he says you're an ugly fighter. Tell the truth.
Yo, but we can't say Boo Boo can't say that he's ducking too. If we gotta tell the truth, we have to tell the whole truth. Because
bring that up, please.
He was supposed to fight Kazakhstan, right?
Yep.
The boogeyman at
I hope you're watching.
At 54? Is he he's not at 54.
I feel like he was 60, right?
60.
60.
Yeah.
And he ran from Kazakhstan. I think he ducked him. He
He
ducked him. He was like, nah, I don't want that.
He caught the bus.
Yeah.
He got the Atlantic Express.
No, he was like, I don't want that.
Yo,
I guess,
I
I can see him ducking that fight. I can see that.
But
The next fight we talking about the robbery.
Oh shit.
It was
and
a robbery.
I don't know about Khalif, but me and Rick, Speedy Ellis is my guy, bro. I thought that people were sleeping on him. I'm telling
Speedy
people
Ellis is
about
a good
Speedy.
fighter.
They're like, oh, who is he fought? This, and that. But he is with Golden Boy. And we telling the truth. Golden Boy doesn't treat the black fighters the way that they should be treating them.
No,
I'm just being honest.
Tell the damn truth.
Every single black fighter on
Golden
Golden Boy gets fucking shelved, and he had to wait a long time. Finally got with PBC and Al Heyman, and they get him the tune-up fight. We saw the exchange with him and Boots, and how he's like, "Hey, you ducking me," and then and Speedy's like, the money wasn't right," and shit like that. Which
that's a little more premature though.
What do you mean?
Ellis cannot mess with Boots, man. Let's just stop it.
Tell
the truth.
I think
Ellis,
that Boots is the best welterweight on the planet. All of us agree. 147, he's the best. There's nobody on the planet.
I mean, I say him and Crawford. That's my opinion.
But you think he would beat Crawford?
I think it'll be a great fight. I don't know.
I know. I don't
know. I love Boots.
I
love Boots. But I love Crawford too, and I love Spence.
That's a fucking hell of a fight.
Those three guys are the top guys. You know, we can't even say 1, 2, and 3. We really gotta say they're all number one.
Yeah.
Until they face each other.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Which we're gonna go there because that's probably not gonna happen. Yeah. You already know what's gonna happen.
Well, Spence.
We're gonna go there in a second.
Touching on that.
We're gonna go there in a second, but still.
But you know, as far as like you said that they're the top 3, we all agree those are the top 3 guys at 147. But Speedy to me, he gotta be top 5. Who you gonna put behind? Who you putting behind those top 3?
Can you see him beat Virgil?
I can see him beating Virgil.
Can you?
I can see him beating Virgil.
I don't know, man.
I mean, he's got the undefeated record, and he's another one I think with like all of his wins are by knockout.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Yeah.
I mean, who got dropped him? Vera, right?
Yeah.
Villa
dropped him. Okay, and he's getting touched pretty damn good, well in that fight. So I mean, you get touched by Virgil Ortiz like that.
Do you think he was really getting touched though? I mean, because I think he had one.
He won the whole fight until
1 through 8. It was 1 through 8.
Okay,
9, 10, 11, and 12 is where the problems started coming in.
But it started a little bit earlier than that because he started getting hit with the overhand.
He was in the 6th round.
Started building towards the end.
He was still winning.
Yeah, he was winning. He definitely was winning. I mean, Ray Charles seen that. Ray Charles.
Yo.
Ray Charles.
The way that he was slipping, he was moving, he was setting traps. Villa was walking right into the traps every single time, bro.
He was.
Every time, just like and it was like, bro, you don't see the traps that he's setting?
Yeah.
And he just kept walking right into it, countering him. The timing was perfect. And then that gas tank started
But his tank went with the body shots. That's what started sucking him down. He started getting touched
and
to
the
the
pressure,
body.
yo. Let's
and
be
the pressure.
real. Veal was walking
He's a
through.
big welterweight,
He
too.
is huge.
Yeah.
He is huge.
When I was actually watching size for size,
He looked like
he's a big
54.
welterweight. He's
Yeah,
a
he was
dangerous
huge.
guy for a lot of those guys, too.
Yo.
Dead ass. Like everybody. I never even. I'm be honest, man. Tell the truth.
Nah,
I've
I
never
never
even
heard
heard of Veal. I never even heard of Veal.
I never heard of Veal either.
Until
I
this
ain't gonna lie.
damn fight, bro. And what he did to Rashidi, who I'm a big fan of. Me and Javar, we've talked about him a lot. We have like high hopes for him in the division, but it's like. Yo, what Veal was able to do, like to be able to walk through his shots, even though he was getting clearly outclassed, outboxed, it was a clinic early on in those first 8 rounds. But yo, to be able to keep that relentless pressure and not get phased, and then you start landing your heavy shots,
Absolutely.
that's where we saw Rashidi get exposed. It was like, yo, he couldn't keep him off, he couldn't deal with those big shots, and then we saw him get dropped, and he almost got stopped.
That also
That
brings
was-
up a point. You know, sometimes these unknown fighters are dangerous.
Super.
You can never underlook somebody. Just because you haven't seen them on TV, they could be training their ass off, waiting for you to get that shine. And once they get that shine, what happens?
Yeah, I mean,
An upset. And that happens all the time in sport of boxing. And people say, oh, you fought a nobody. You fought a nobody?
Right.
That guy, you get in that ring with that guy, you won't last one round with that guy.
dead ass.
That's how it is.
You already knew that it was going to be an issue when you see 25 fights, 24 knockouts.
Yeah, I know the ratio.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like-
mean, the milkman was on his resume. Let's get back to it.
Your favorite milkman.
We ain't the milkman.
Let's not go to
No.
your favorite milkman that just
Resume-
retired.
the
Your favorite
resume-
milkman just
Yeah,
retired.
but you know,
He's fighting
Saw
milkman in
that shit?
Tijuana too, man. It's the Tijuana milkman, bro, that he was fighting. But
No,
let's get into
he's
the
real.
math, because the math isn't adding up to me.
Mm.
Yeah, we all agree. The first 8.
yes. I guess
Oh yeah,
The first
I'm
eight.
with you. First
So
eight.
if he
Easy.
even were to win, right? Because I don't think he won all the rest of the 4 rounds. I think I give.
out of those last 4, I give 2 of those
But
rounds.
2 of those rounds were
Definitely the
7.
12th. Definitely the 12th. He won that. He won that one. That was 2 knockdowns, right?
Yep.
And then maybe I'll give him 1, maybe 2 more. The math don't add up.
Maybe two.
The math is
They
not,
wanted him to win though. Well, after
Why?
he dropped, they wanted him to win when he got the knockdowns because he was about to stop him. So you know how that is. They
but still.
instead of
That
you
don't
know
make no sense, bro. He's a
whole
PBC fighter, and that's a
I know.
PBC event.
But
Exactly,
you could just tell they just stole it right from him. Even
I
Rashid
agree
knew
with
he
you.
won. He was like, and knew it.
Listen, I knew it was a problem. When y'all see them scorecards take that long, just know the fuck shit is about to happen.
Yo,
Something's going
dead
on.
ass.
When I'm like, I went to,
You
I
take
thought
that
that he
long?
won. I'm like, oh shit.
easy work.
But when he survived the round, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go get something to drink, and I come back. I'm like, damn, the scorecards ain't come back.
Yeah,
Yep.
I knew it.
I already knew it too.
Yeah.
I know it.
The fuckery was about to begin, yeah. That bullshit of them trying to,
So we
make a reason of why he's winning this fight, yo. Like that's just and it's crazy because I'm with Javar here. It's like he's a PBC fighter. They're trying to get behind him. Why would they want him to lose? And the judging was just horrible. I'm sorry, yo. Y'all judges, damn
Shit's
man.
horrible.
It makes me want to start like petitioning and start doing something where I'll becoming a judge. This is terrible.
yeah, because
it is
judges, some of the
terrible.
judges should be former
fighters, yo. Plain
Because
and
I don't know
simple.
what they watching, man. They might be watching YouTube at the same time.
But
They out here Ray Charles in it, bro.
Bro, it's
they're not
like
even
they
seeing the
don't-
fight. Like,
And then there's
come
no
on.
fucking punishment for judges that have
Oh, no.
bad fucking
Exactly.
cards, bro. It's like this shit ain't making sense. Like I put in a group the other day, the lady that judged the Canelo and Mayweather card as a draw
Yeah, you're
is
crazy.
still working. She still has a job.
She's still employed.
There was no punishment. How? Like how?
But before that,
She should be in the unemployment line.
before that, she was
Yeah,
working at
bro.
Walmart, wasn't she? Tell the truth.
Like, cataracts or something,
She was
bro.
at drive-through. I saw that Wendy's, yo.
Yeah.
That 4 for 4, bro.
Yo, the shit.
Crazy.
I feel terrible.
Yeah.
You're gonna get into the mentality of a fighter and the shit that they go through. But imagine you
Oh,
in
shit,
a pro
yeah.
fight. You got out of that shit contract with the Golden Boy. You finally get a chance to put on. You do your thing. You know you did your thing.
No.
And then they take it from you like that, bro.
Sick.
Because you know that O is important in boxing now. For some
Absolutely.
reason,
It is, yo.
if you lose that O, it's a problem. They're gonna drag you on Twitter. They're gonna come for you on Instagram. That's why these guys. Like, I don't think Tiafimo even turned his comments on yet. He's just posting pictures of nonsense and shit.
Yeah.
But
he don't even want to hear that shit.
What they go through,
That's
not just like the build up and cutting weight and being in camp, but they also got to deal with fans that don't know shit.
Yes.
And then coming for them, like when you never even been punched. Forget even stepping into the ring. You never even been punched, and you got something to say.
That's the most that talk never been hit. They always talking.
They love it.
I don't understand that,
They
but
love
listen, like you sparring, we gonna get into that, but sparring and everything, that's hard work. I mean, just preparation for boxing is hard work. The running, bro. The miles. So
the training of a fighter and the lifestyle of a fighter is something that, you know, it's hard for me. It's crazy because I try to explain it to people all the time, and I try to make people really understand not even the physical aspect, the psychology of a fighter and what we have to go through. Well, let me stop saying we because my ass is done. But tell the damn truth.
Well, you still a former fighter.
Here, watch that.
We're former fighters.
I know. Once a fighter, always a fighter. But I'm just saying, like, what fighters have to go through, man, you know, in and out of the gym, in and out of the ring when they fight. You know, it's just something that it's really hard to deal with and really hard to bounce back from over and over and over again. And it's something that you really, as a coach, a trainer, a manager, you got to address this stuff with your, you know, honestly, it's crazy because I'm going to be saying this and it sounds nutty because it's a business aspect. These fighters are investments. Like, you look at everybody that gets signed to Top Rank, everybody gets signed to DAZN, you know, these big fighting names, these promotions and these managers, they're looking at these fighters as a investment. Like, how far am I going to be able to take this guy to make this much money off of them? It's crazy. So just think about that. So it blows my mind how people are so quick to just shit on these fighters and just make them seem like, you know, they're not even worthy of being in that ring, where it's like, dude, you never even felt a hit. Like, you never even been in an altercation, and you out here talking crazy like this?
Yeah.
You got no right. You got no right, man. But I can go
so
for
now
days
we're
on that
going,
one.
what, the boots?
Oh, man.
Oh, shit. Let's go
Boots
there.
of Karen?
Somebody needs to, you know what, comment below, tag me, the Valley Savage. How the fuck is Boots a hype job when he won every single round? It was a clean sweep. All three judges saw it. Karen didn't win a damn round. And you mad because he didn't knock him out or because you didn't know who he was. At the end of the day, we all know them Ukrainians love to dance. You know, it's like they from, you know, like Ukraine is right next to Puerto Rico. They just salsa and bachata all the time. You know what I'm saying? And you got to give it to Karen because I was saying through the third and fourth round, I was like, yo, how is this guy still moving this much? And I'm like, there's no way he can keep this up 12 rounds.
But
he kept it up 12 rounds.
Yeah, but that kid, I mean, even though he was running, he was also dangerous too, throwing shots in between as he's moving.
Yeah, but you got big ass boots and you not sitting on. How you gonna sit on a punch when you're moving backwards all night?
I got you, but like I said, Boots is trying to come in sometimes to get him, and you touch Boots because you don't even know when the punches are coming. You don't know if they're fast, hard. Fighting a guy like that is actually a lot harder than you think, because you have to really time him, and you're chasing him. You know, you're chasing him, and all of a sudden, boom, he just hits you with a shot. And that's, you know, he hit Boots with some clean shots. But Jaron Ennis proved, I mean, with a style like that, to win every round still.
I know.
You're a dangerous dude, man. And
I think it showed a lot more. Let's be real. Like, as much as everybody wanted to see, like, and expected, including myself, yo, I was hyping Boots up so much, I was like, it's not even going out the first round. Just based on his presence and how he approached the weigh-in.
The weigh-in,
I was like, yo, he is dead serious. It's all business. I'm like, he's finishing this dude first round.
The betting odds was 1 through 6 knockout. The betting odds was minus money.
Yeah.
You had to spend $100
just to get
to
money.
make a. So not what you're saying. You're not crazy for saying that because Vegas thought the same shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
and that's why I feel like he's getting so much pressure now. And that's why I feel like he's getting so much, like, you know, speculation and talk of like, oh, well, Boots is a hype job. It's like, are you
I can't believe they saying that. I just can't believe that's being
You have to, honestly, you have to, based on what he's saying, the odds all the hype. There was a lot of media behind him now, where nobody knew really who Boots was before.
Yeah.
Now you were seeing him on Showtime. You're seeing him hanging out with the basketball player, and they're going to Philly. And, so they're getting him more exposure now, which he deserves and needs.
Yeah. He should have been getting that shit.
He should have been getting it, but at this fight now, it was like all this hype. This young Philly kid, he has a possibility of beating Spence or Crawford, and now he doesn't get the finish. Like, to an average, this is not me. The average viewer, get it correct.
Yeah, tell the truth. Yeah.
This is not me saying this. This is the average viewer telling people and speaking to people saying, oh, well, was he supposed to knock this guy out? And who's Karen? We don't even know who. And I'm not even going to say your last name. I'm going to not even mess that shit up. I'm going to call you Karen. So when you don't knock out Karen, it makes it seem like, well, is Boots just a hype job? Because they don't know. But I feel like he honestly, with Boots and what happened this past fight, I think it could have been the best thing for him, because it really just exposed and showed how dealing with a difficult fighter and that type of style of fighter in Karen, he was able to outclass and still win every single round.
And it also goes back to an unknown fighter and why people think, he's just nobody. He's just going to go in there and just knock him out, and it didn't happen. See, you got to take that perception of bums and garbage guys or whatever y'all call them. Oh, he's gonna just go in there and knock him out. Actually, it's a lot harder to knock a person out. You got to set it up. We all train the same way. We all train the 1-2s, the 1-2-3s, and you get accustomed to your style. And you have to use that same style to try to neutralize another opponent that's trying the same thing and actually get the knockout. And that's a lot harder than you think. You know, knockouts don't just come. You know, I mean, you got to set up for those. So for Boots to not catch the knockout, so what? You know what I mean? Doesn't mean he ain't the number one fighter, so.
We could have, of course.
Yeah.
We could have saw a Boots that got completely frustrated.
Absolutely.
And was just like, yo, I'm tired of this dude running. But, he never lost his cool. He kept his composure. He listened to his pops, stuck to the game plan,
and did what
he had to do to adjust in the fight to get the win, clearly.
Like, running forward the whole fight, 12 rounds, you can tell. Can Boots go 12 rounds? Boots can go 16.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I seen, because he was out there throwing haymakers in the 12th round trying to get this guy out of there.
He was.
And that takes a lot of energy. But when you talk about hype jobs, right, I think a lot of people see and it's not just the fans, because the fans are getting
So not the general public?
No, I'm gonna get into it, right? Because the fans get fed a lot of bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Because
media.
The ESPN, like the machine, thinks that all y'all are stupid, and you're just gonna believe whatever they tell you.
Nah, for real.
Like when they were trying to,
when
they were trying to force feed us Berlanga, right?
Oh hell yeah!
He has 15, 16 straight knockouts in the first
Berlanga,
round, and then you see he's fighting the milkman, the strawberry man, the chocolate milkman, and you know what I mean. And then the competition went up. And then you see him, like, he got so mad. This is what we're saying, that where he didn't get frustrated. Boots didn't get frustrated. Berlanga went and bit somebody's neck.
Yes.
I'm not even trying to
be
be
Mike
funny.
Tyson Jr., baby.
He was. I don't know if he's back. I think the suspension is over, but he bit somebody's neck, and then before that, he got knocked down again when he was pounding on the canvas. Yeah. As soon as the competition went up, and then you see Boots, where the competition is going up again.
Absolutely.
And then somebody who's really not trying to. There's no way. I don't care if. Listen, he'll probably knock my ass the fuck out. But if Karen comes to me and is like, yo, I was trying to win that fight, bro, come on, would you stop?
Sorry.
There's no way you're going backwards the whole fight and telling me that you're trying to win.
I think Karen's game plan, he knew he couldn't stand in the trenches with Boots.
Hell no.
He knew he couldn't stand in the trenches with Boots. And I think that the reason why Karen was fighting that way is because he was trying to catch Boots off guard with a big shot.
It was a smart fight.
So the movement was good. I mean, don't get it twisted.
I'm not down that.
But that was his only way of winning, was to catch Boots cold,
off guard.
He wasn't going to win standing in the trenches with him. He knew that already.
But what Javar's saying is,
I think
was he trying to win?
I think he went there to survive.
He wasn't
went
trying
there to survive.
Yeah, but I'm saying to give the man a benefit of the doubt. He had a game plan that was out the window.
And that's also
wonder type shit.
That's also how this game works too. Is like they know. Like look at what happened to Isaac Pitbull Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
After he lost to Tank. He lost to him, and then his stardom
stock went up.
Went crazy because he didn't knock him out. We're used to seeing Tank decapitate motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And he made it the whole way, kept the pressure on him, and we actually got to see, like, he's the first fighter we actually got to see Tank box.
Yeah.
Usually
Tank
it's
amazing.
walk him down,
Tank can
brawl
box
him,
really
but
well.
Tank had to box him, and we finally got to see just a little glimpse of what he can do.
You seen spurts of greatness out of Tank 2 with one
Yeah.
hand. I ain't gonna lie, you seen that in that cruise fight.
Right, but
Yep.
Karen, I'm thinking Karen, you're going there to survive because you know if you survive Boots, all this hype that Boots has, and you make it to the end,
shit on.
no matter if you got a clean sweep, people are going to talk about you.
Yes.
They're going to look you up. They're going
Yep.
to hit your Instagram up, your Twitter, how many followers
all
you
that
got,
shit.
just to survive.
Yeah, well, I mean, he didn't. No one went past 6 with Boots. That was the first guy.
Exactly. And I
So-
think that, I'm thinking, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm thinking there's no way that you in your corner and you're in camp and you're like, this is what we're going to do, but that's a method, that's how we're going to win. This is how we're going to win. I'm confident with this style
With this-
that we're going to beat Boots. There's no way. And if it is, he needs to change his corner.
I just think that he felt the power early.
Yo, them
He
body
felt
shots.
the
Holy
jabs, the
shit.
power, and he just said, "Okay, I'm gonna move and try to catch him, move and try to catch him." I mean, that's the game plan. That's the only game plan he could have won.
Yeah.
There was no
I
other
agree.
way. He could have stayed in there because he would have
No
got
way.
knocked out.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that anybody that stands in there with Boots is going to feel everything he got. So you just got to be prepared.
And you
for
noticed the change. Like when I was watching and going back, and I was noticing some of the exchanges on the inside. When he decided, Karen thought he was gonna sit in the pocket with Boots, and when he decided to sit in the pocket with Boots, and we start hearing those studs to the body,
Like, oh, salsa.
all of us, all of a sudden it
He's
went
back
from
on the bicycle.
he's right back on that bicycle, and he is moving around again because he did not want that smoke. And I give it to him for fighting smart. He fought a smart ass fight for Boots. If you're gonna fight Boots, that might be like the blueprint of being able like how to deal with him. Because I'm telling you, if you think you're gonna be there in exchange with Boots, Crawford, Spence, I'm sorry, I'm saying this off. This is what I feel. Tell the truth. Crawford, Spence, with them trading with Boots, it's dangerous.
Yes.
Any of them.
I mean,
Anyway.
it's dangerous for all of them though, because any guy can get cracked.
Hell yeah.
I
Oh my
think
God.
Boots' defense is great. So is Crawford's. So is Spence. And I mean, that's why I said they're all number one until they all face each other. Somebody
Yeah.
got to fight each other.
Yeah. I think likely it's Crawford and
Boots. Because
yeah, we're gonna go there.
We're looking at what Spence doing right now.
Yeah.
He fighting no hairline.
We almost there. We
No
almost
hairline.
We almost there. We almost
Let's
Yo,
I can't help
Errol Spence's attorney is here, and he pays me well. All right. Let's get into the main event, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, like again, all you have to do is just go to a gym, pay whatever a month, do a couple rounds with somebody that knows how to fight, and y'all will not talk the way you talk.
Exactly.
For y'all to say that Hector Luis Garcia, who is the current champion at 130, had over 400 fights.
And he beat a good name too. His last fight. What was that?
Gutierrez.
Gutierrez.
Yeah.
But before
And
that, he beat Colbert on short
Colbert,
notice.
yeah, that was
Yes.
the one. That was the one.
And Colbert
Yeah.
is, do you agree?
Yes.
Colbert is nice as hell.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't
I-
believe what he did to
I
Colbert.
felt it was. All right, so now I'm gonna
Get
tell
to
the
it. Tell the truth.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think Colbert is talented, but I felt the hype train behind him was too early and too real.
You don't think it was just an off night or something?
No, I
Or the
felt-
fact that it was a different fighter on short notice that maybe you were training for a whole other fighter,
whole camp for another fighter,
Yeah.
and then he
and
comes
then
in.
he comes in and not expecting to expect.
He didn't
that
think
type
he was
of
that
fight.
strong either.
Yes,
That kid could crack.
he can crack.
But
Yo, he was
that's
standing
how
and exchanging with Tank on the inside. I was
That's what
watching
I
that
said.
shit.
It shows
That's impressive.
Tank this fight showed me that Tank is the truth. Like, I mean, a lot of fights, even when he knocked out Romero
the last
one
couple
shot.
ones, it's been
Tank,
showing.
yeah.
Every time we're seeing a different fold of his game. and
Tank
it's
is
good,
the truth.
yo.
I mean, he
The
stood in the
truth.
trenches with this kid, and he was going for the knockout, like for real. And I mean, this kid was hitting him with some good shots because Tank was getting hit too.
Hell yeah.
Tank gets hit.
Oh yeah.
But that's what.
get hit.
Yeah. But
Tank
I
is
mean,
always going to get hit because of his stature. He's going to always have the disadvantage on the reach. He's going to always have the disadvantage on the height. The only fighter that he had the advantage on in both of those categories
Was freaking
was
Cruz.
Cruz.
Yeah.
And then
and that was his dangerous fight because he's small. It's hard to fight someone
exactly,
small.
and
actually.
he's so
crack
used
down.
to, and he was in camp
High
to
range.
fight Romero.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So he had to go from Romero, who's taller and longer than him, to fighting somebody on short notice that was shorter than him. You know what I'm saying? So I think that played a role, but Cruz is nice. I think Cruz is a good fighter.
We can't overlook Cruz.
But
Shakur gives it to him though. That's why he ducked him.
How many
gives to
that's what I
anybody.
mean.
Pitbull,
But he got on that
ducked
hype
Shakur.
train. He got I survived with Tank, and then he beat up
he rode that wave.
Yeah, and he beat up Gamboa, who Gamboa was washed,
but still, he's still an Olympian. He's still a legend.
Yeah, he cleaned him up real nice. You know what I'm saying? But they want to continue to ride that wave. They know as soon as you run up against Shakur, that wave is over.
That shit is.
All those big shots ain't getting touched. He ain't gonna hit Shakur with nothing. He could throw
nothing.
He could throw anything he wants. Shakur's not gonna get hit with none of it.
It's gonna be like a bull coming at him, and he's gonna see that red little flag just right by him.
I don't think he'll ever fight Shakur. He'll never fight him.
Well, he even said it. Him and his manager and all that. They don't want to fight him. That's sad.
No, he said they don't want it now.
They ain't gonna fight.
They said they don't want it now. No, you don't ever want it.
You don't ever want it.
Let's tell the truth. We ain't fighting them.
Shit.
That's it.
Let's
be real.
This is where you gotta. That's what I'm saying. Go to a gym, do a couple rounds, and then you'll see that Tank put hands on a lot of guys. Leo Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
Leo Santa Cruz got hit with one of them, and he went to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Barrios got hit. I mean, he caught a couple clean shots, but that one clean shot
It's a wrap.
took Barrios out. I seen Hector take 10, 11, 12 of those.
I know, yo.
Until it was just I couldn't believe the heart that he showed, and for him to take that many punches and then he was taking the punches and giving some back.
I know.
Yeah.
And giving it back.
I tell you, he was in the fight the whole time until he got hit with that overhand. That overhand really hurt him. You could see he went down. You heard the dud, and he said, "I can't see."
Change. And the look, you saw the look.
And then after he got hit with a dud, he got hit with a right hook overhand again.
Yeah,
and he was really hurt,
really.
And then the ref.
But he didn't
Mine
fall.
was gone.
No, he
didn't fall.
Well, he
Not
thought he
showed.
did. He went to the corner and he said, "Did I win?"
Did I-
He's like, is the fight over?
Yo, yeah.
But then he was the bell rang, and then he was going to Tank's corner.
Didn't even know where he
was.
was.
The ref is like, "Yo, bro, you're
over here, bro." Like had to walk him to the corner.
The thing is,
that's crazy, yo. That means your brain.
That just tells you,
rough.
Tank got some devastating power.
Oh, it is.
And
power.
Hector has a crazy chin.
Yeah,
for him to take that many. Who have you seen Tank fight to get hit with that many
clean slip lefts, yo? The slip lefts were the rolls, the roll counters, the slip counters,
the left uppercuts.
I thought he was gonna make it 12 rounds with Tank.
I almost thought he was.
First,
I
the
thought
way
he
they were
was
banging
too.
it out.
Until he hit him, like you said, that shot would get the overhand.
Yeah, that really hurt him. You could tell though.
Knocked off his equilibrium. He just couldn't get.
But the fact that he stayed on his feet still surprised me though.
What's that?
When he got cracked and he stayed on his feet.
Oh yeah.
Fall,
Oh,
I was like, oh shit, this kid's tough.
I got mad respect for him.
Yeah.
It's crazy y'all shitting on him like that, yo. The
disrespect.
disrespect of y'all, man. It makes me tight. It makes me tight. It's just unreal to me, man, that you can talk like that about somebody that goes through that much trauma and they're still fighting. It's bullshit, man. That's why I'm so glad I school my fighters and tell them now, the best thing you can do is never listen to these fucking fans because they do not care about you. You're the hot thing right now, but once you lose and once things don't work out for you, they forget about you. They're not hitting you up.
They called him a bitch for not
That's
coming out the
great.
corner,
That's-
bro.
that's-
The man can't see. He's asking where he's at.
He fought. He would have kept fighting.
Yeah.
He would have kept fighting.
But that's how fighters die in the ring too.
Of course.
You gotta listen to
That's
your
where
fighter.
your coach and trainer does his job.
That's why
Protect
I
your
love the
fighter.
fact that they stopped it because they listened to their fighter and they stopped it. I mean, normally they would want to
they
have
were
keep fighting.
They were good coaching staff,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they said, "Yo, this dude is in bad shape.
Yeah.
I gotta stop it." They protect their
people
fighter.
die in the
And
ring all the time.
I love that. Don't let your fighter fight to the death.
Yeah.
Because I'll fight to the death. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's the mentality of it. That mentality right there. If you don't have that mentality, especially at that level, why are you even fighting? Why are you even fighting?
Well, you see guys like even Sean Porter who said he don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
You can't say Sean Porter ducked anyone because he never ducked no
Hell
sword.
no.
Sean Porter fought everybody.
Your brother.
My brother. Tell the truth. They call you my brother, so
Sean Porter,
I don't know if you know. I'm your brother. I'm older, so tell the truth. But
you shout out for the follow.
yeah. You know, my hair's longer, but you know.
Yeah.
Yo, let's get into Tank real quick. Yo,
take it.
Tank is that's my fucking guy. Spence is my guy, and Tank.
Gotcha.
I mean, yo, what we seen from Tank, especially lately, especially too, where we'll get into the mindset.
Yeah.
But he just had helicopters flying above his house because his girlfriend decided to lie and said that he was putting hands on her and her daughter.
I forgot about this. Yo, that's so dope. I literally forgot about it.
It happened like 5-6 days before the damn fight, bro.
The week of the fight.
So you went to jail and all that, and but it just shows the character of Tank, though. Yeah.
His girl's putting shit on his toothpaste.
Yep.
Breaking glass, ripping his shirt, and then calling the cops. Soon as the you can hear in the background like, oh no, I don't want to talk, and then the 911, oh my God, he's trying to kill me. Yo, why are you doing all this?
There's a video of Tank showing her like pacing on the phone, and his shirt ripped up and everything. So you know that she was attacking him and everything, but. We don't even have to get into his personal business.
No, it shows. We're just showing the mental strength that Tank has. Because you going through all that bullshit the week of your fight. I know with me, when I was getting ready for fights, I was cutting weight. I was miserable. I was irritable. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to see nobody. I had to do interviews. I had to do these local news, and I was doing my thing for the fight to support the fight and support my game in MMA. And when I was going through that stuff, cutting weight, doing all that, I was like, I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to deal with none of this shit. I just want to make this weight, and I want to fight. I want to do my job. So for Tank to go through that on top of it,
jail and all that,
that just shows how strong.
Imagine a news chopper over your house and your girl tripping, telling the whole world he was on Shade Room, and people are coming at him for being an abuser when you didn't do anything.
Didn't do shit.
And then you have to go and fight for your life.
You got to go and get this job done.
Yo, Tank is special, bro. And the fact that he's so focused now, he's not missing weight.
Nope.
He's he's trying to stay out of trouble. He still has the DUI to deal with, but you can tell that even when he was pulling up to the fight, giving the interviews, he has a smile on his face.
Yeah.
He's in a good headspace.
People love Tank, though. They love him.
It's good, but Tank needs to be. But Tank needs to be good. Like, he needs to be good.
Yeah.
As much as people love him, that's great. Like, it's great to have the support. It's great to have people behind you and be like, yo, like, you're the next big thing. You're the best. People showing you love. That's dope. But Tank needs to go home and feel good about what he's doing. And it's dope to see him make the growth and change and elevation of his fight IQ and just how he's handling himself. Like,
absolutely.
He's just matured a lot, and I got huge respect for Tank based off what you're saying, which is crazy. It's crazy. I forgot about it already because we were talking about the fight so much. I'm so hyped in the fights. I totally forgot about his personal life. But yeah, they were bringing that up the week of the fight.
Well, people just expect you to be fine. Like, oh yeah, he's just gonna be all right.
Oh, we're supposed to be perfect.
I didn't expect him to be fine.
Yeah, I'm saying not us because we actually know this stuff. But I mean, like that.
People expect you to be
casual
perfect.
fans, you'll be all right. You're just gonna fight. Like,
you're making
people
millions of dollars.
Through things all the time. Just like even women, that fight, they go through their periods and stuff. They got trained through all that. Like, it's so much crap. You have to go through just preparation for a fight.
So y'all want to get into the next fight then?
Yeah, let's get to it.
Let's get to it real quick.
So Tank and Ryan.
We gotta be there. We gotta work on this one.
We trying to
be there live and direct. Listen, all right.
I ain't trying. I'm gonna be there.
Oh, let's go. Tell the truth.
I ain't trying.
Let's go.
I have to be at that fight, man.
Let's say less.
Even though I know it's gonna happen, I gotta be there because, like I said, Tank brings him out.
He does.
Tank brings him out, and I'm single. So I'm gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Tell the truth. He wouldn't throw that shit out there. He wouldn't throw that shit out there.
Yeah, I know y'all saw the yams. Y'all seen the yams in the crowd, right? Yo, and that was DC. Imagine Vegas, man.
Oh yeah, Vegas gonna be out of pocket.
Imagine they put that at Raider Stadium.
Oh, yo, bananas. That joint is retarded.
So what do you think is gonna happen? Who you got?
Okay.
Who I got? I got Tank, of course. The reason why I got Tank is because
hesitating.
Nah, I'm not hesitating.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
I'm not hesitating.
Tell him.
Listen, Ryan Garcia is a good fighter. A lot of people think that Ryan Garcia is trash. I don't know why. He has a lot of one-punch sparks. I mean, Ryan Garcia, King Ryan. Let's get it correct. Mm-hmm. He's a good fighter. He does keep his chin up a lot. He does fight tall, but I think he's dangerous for a lot of guys. But I just think that Tank got too much grit, and he's gonna walk him down. I just see him beating Ryan to the body and get a late knockout.
So what you mean by grit is dog.
Dog, yeah, he got a lot of dog.
Where's the grit wellness and development shirt at?
Hey, plug that in real quick.
Gotta have that grit.
Yo, but that's the difference right there. I know that Ryan is an A-class fighter. He's not a bad fighter.
He's talented.
He's a very talented
Skilled.
fighter. It's just that, like I said, I hate to keep going back to it, but when you are going through something that Tank went through, and to be able to eat that, go into that ring, have the performance that you had, right? I compare it to the fight that Ryan had before he took his little hiatus, before he had his mental health breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
You got knocked down by Luke Campbell.
Luke Campbell. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
and
one you
then
gotta
when
bring up.
and then he was at the top of his hype train where he was hitting the what is that shit called? Where
The body shield.
The body shield, and he's taking down like 6'2" wrestlers.
Yes.
And he's killing them through the body shield.
Mm-hmm.
You got all these followers now, and then you got punched in your face. Even though people forget that. That's what y'all fans do. He knocked him down, but people forget that
Luke
Ryan
Campbell
got back up and knocked Campbell out.
Luke Campbell's a good fighter. He gave
Great
Lomo
fighter.
a good fight.
Loma a great fight. Lenar's a great fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
But he went through that. People are coming from our Instagram. He was never on Shade Room for that.
Nope.
And then he needed a mental health break.
Yeah, he needed to check himself. You
The
know what I'm
dog in Tank is real. I understand that Tank is only, what is he, 5'4", 5'5"?
saying? 5'5" on a good day.
But he's
On a
actually
good day.
he's an 8-foot tall man in a 5'5" body.
Facts.
I'm telling you right now.
He's a monster.
He's a.
I think Tank, what he does well is he gets inside, and he punishes you with the body, and he just knows how to set up the bomb. Like he can set the bomb up anytime. And I think that's what a lot of people, they can't keep him off him. If you can't hurt him, he's gonna walk you down. He's gonna knock you out. And I think that's what he does. He breaks you down, gets close, and really drowns you with power. So,
and that's why I think that he's gonna knock Ryan the fuck out.
Word.
Because Ryan just leaves that chin out way too much, and we've seen what Tank does to chins.
yeah.
He's
Ryan's
gonna
confident
remove
though.
it.
He's very confident.
That is good. He needs it. He's gonna need it. King Ryan, pretty boy ass, whatever you want to call yourself, man. You know, it's crazy because we've had these conversations years ago, a lot.
Yeah.
And I've always mentioned this, and it's so dope that you're bringing up his grit and all that. He's a talented fighter. I mean, he's skilled. He knows how to time people well. He's very fast. He does have that like knockout power because it's based on his timing. I just don't think he has that dog in him. He don't got that heart in him. I don't think he has that toughness. And it showed me a lot when he raised from the canvas with Luke Campbell and came back. But Tank hits you like that, I'm sorry, bro. You ain't coming back up. And if you come back up, you're gonna be speaking Spanish all of a sudden, like no mas, yo, no mas. I don't even know where I am. Que pasa? You lost, bro. You gonna be lost because I'm telling you, Tank touches you, it's over. And I got Tank, same as you, Javar.
And the
He gonna
competition
break him down, wash him.
that he's fought
He
the
gonna
last
be-
couple fights. I mean, like Fortuna, I believe he stopped Fortuna.
Former
Yeah,
world
he
champ.
knocked him
Former
out.
world
Yeah,
champ.
a former world champ, but
knocked him out
let's
bad,
tell the
too, though.
truth. Where was Fortuna at in his career? It was the same spot that Gamboa was at
On the way down.
when Cruz fought him.
Yeah.
And then I'll never forgive Ryan. I swear to God, I'll never forgive him. He went 12 fucking rounds with a manual to go. He wasted all my fucking time, bro. I think I switched over to the UFC fight. I forget what UFC fight was
forget what
on.
card
But that
was
guy
on.
was running too, though. That guy was kind of running. You know, he wasn't in the
But
trial
that's
fight.
another thing. Ryan is horrible at cutting the ring off.
Oh yeah, he follows.
He's fucking
people.
terrible.
He follows people.
He does.
Like, he doesn't, like, damn, bro. Like, can you cut the ring off?
Give me a 3-2, cut him off, like get him back in your range and position, yo. Yeah,
Yeah.
he follows people. He thinks he's just gonna chase him down, run him down, and then time you on that slip. That's either that check hook or that little step back hook. He loves that. He loves that. lead
Who's
hook.
faster though?
Ryan's
Who's faster?
faster.
Ryan's faster.
I
Okay.
agree. I think
Ryan is faster.
Ryan is
So
faster.
you got to remember, timing and speed is fast too. Like Ryan got that.
Speed is power. Yeah.
Yeah, but I just if he can't hurt Tank, Tank is gonna just walk him down.
But Tank has showed
Once
us
you
that
get
he
inside,
can't
it's
be.
over.
When have we seen Tank hurt?
And we were seeing big
We
shots
did.
from this last fight. Big shots from this last fight.
Never.
When we
And
see Tank hurt,
When we've
Like
seen
Brock.
Tank get I mean,
clipped.
oh my God, how many clean shots he
touched
takes.
a little clean by Cruz. Cruz had him against the ropes a little bit. with
Rock,
Yeah,
big
but
shots.
he wasn't hurt.
I wasn't. I wouldn't say rock.
Okay,
wouldn't say
I didn't.
rock.
I'm
He
about to
wasn't
say
hurt.
I wasn't seeing him rock.
I
Yeah,
don't
He
think
getting
I
touched?
him.
Yeah. I don't think he was rocked.
I don't think
and
he
he's
was
been in
really-
there with guys with power.
I'm
That
trying to think
fought
of a
him
guy that
clean.
actually rocked him. I don't think anybody.
I-
really
Nobody's
rocked
ever
I
rocked
don't
him.
think I've seen it.
And I think his stature has a lot to do with that. With him being so small.
him. Rolly
and
hit
so,
him with a big hook. And
Yeah, and
Tell the truth.
And then he hit him with a hook, and he didn't get back up.
yeah. That
He walked out the
I
ring
ain't
and he
gonna
went
lie,
dancing
man.
ropes.
I ain't gonna lie. I loved you, Tank. I think you're a great fighter. But there was something about Romero. I just thought that he was gonna catch you. I don't know. I was like,
Styles.
and yeah, just the style. He's
Yeah.
bigger. You know, like you have to get past that. And I knew he could crack.
Yep.
And when you hit him with one shot and put him out, I was like,
Yep. Over.
Tank, you the truth. I mean, I did lose some money that day. Real smooth. So in a
Oh,
bottle. I
yeah,
lost a
baby.
bottle and some money.
Yeah.
Tell the truth.
Really?
I'm paying up. I'm paying up. I'm paying up.
Hey,
Four people.
I tried to talk. I tried to talk
Four
about it
people
too. I was
in
like, "Are you
FanDuel.
sure
I was
you
like,
want to do this?"
damn.
He was like, "Yeah, nah, he's gonna knock
Man,
him out.
look.
Watch." And then I hit him up. Wouldn't answer his phone.
wouldn't
He had to
even
hit
answer
me.
the phone.
Wouldn't even answer the phone. But
I was
we
hitting him
worked
with collect.
together, so he had to see me sometime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's
At some point, go pay me.
collect. Collect.
real shit. They have
Bill
no fucking
collector.
money.
Yeah. He was trying to collect. I was hiding. But tell the truth.
Yeah.
But
yeah, what's
let's
the-
get into the next biggest topic, right? Which is the
Spence.
welterweight division.
Yeah, Spence.
Which for some reason, and I'm a Spence fan, is being fought at 154.
5'4".
I don't fucking get it. It doesn't make any sense. I don't see how you have a mandatory in Keith Thurman at 147.
Correct.
But for somehow it's at 154. So then how the fuck does that even work? So if he beats Thurman and he goes back down to 147,
That's
does
not
he
happening.
still owe? Does he still owe
That's
that?
not happening. He ain't going back.
That's
to
not what I'm
47.
asking though.
Yeah.
That's
if
what
if
what
he
Jabbar
were to
is.
go down to 147 after the fight at 154,
Yeah.
that's still a mandatory, isn't it? So he has to fight him twice?
No, I mean,
He doesn't have to.
I don't think
He doesn't
No,
have to.
he doesn't
think-
have to. He can drop the belts.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But
he can vacate.
But if he were to decide to keep him like no, and he goes back down to 147, doesn't he have to? He has to. He
To
has
fight
to
his
fight.
mandatory again.
It's mandatory.
I'm really not
He
sure.
can,
about
he,
that.
no, they always gonna negotiate and be like, you know, if I have this mandatory here, I don't really necessarily want to fight this mandatory. I have the other one,
Yeah.
so I can fight him instead. He doesn't have to necessarily fight him. It's crazy how the business works, which is why the sport of boxing and the business, it's like it's starting to affect these fights now, and it's like you got to stop ducking your mandatories. You got to fight them. But it's something that's happened in the sport
Let
previously.
me ask you something though. Why ain't you spin the block on Crawford? Let's
We
get
gonna
to it.
we
Let's get
can
to it.
that. We're gonna get to that.
Let's get to
We
it.
gonna get to that. Trust me.
Yeah.
I'm preheating the oven.
Preheat.
Don't worry about it. When I hear that shit beat, when I hear the beep again, listen.
Oh, there it is. Put it in the oven.
Yo.
Go ahead and put it in the oven.
Yo,
So
if you're fighting at, all right, so
154.
yeah, you're fighting at 154. Why? This is at this. I'm upset with Spence, and I'm a Spence fan. But you know what I'm more upset with? What was Thurman? What are you here for? If you know you have a mandatory with Spence, and they come to you like, "Hey, listen, let's do it at 154." Fuck you. I can make 147. If you can't make it, drop the fucking belt. Come down to me. So
Yeah.
that what that tells me is, you know what Thurman's here for?
Payday. You want payday.
I
He
just
want
want the
payday.
bread.
Yeah, he
Canelo
want-
To
boys.
agree to do that, and then that tells me right there, right, that whole mandatory at 147 with Thurman is
Wow,
done.
is dead.
Because that don't make any sense. What was that at WBC? Was that WBC mandatory? Yeah, they're gonna be like, yo, fuck it.
Yeah, move
Because
on,
they
move on.
because you know what they really want. They want the fight between Spence and Crawford. And I'm thinking, and I don't agree. I think that it's wrong. I think that he should at least damn, like give Thurman a chance to fight for those belts. You have 3 belts. You're holding up the division. Give my man a chance at your mandatory so that nobody can say shit. Nobody can say you were ducking because I'm fighting my fucking mandatory.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So give the man a chance to fight for that for those belts.
I mean, we can't. Go ahead.
No, I feel you, but it's just we're gonna go to this point. I feel like now if Wyatt's gonna be at 54. I just think Spence is really over making 147. I think
Correct.
he's really tired of making that weight, and he doesn't care about it anymore. He's dominated the division, and he's ready to move up, as he should. He's fought his whole career at 147. The dude is a monster. We're seeing him. He's big now. It's hard to make that weight.
Yes.
So I think with his strategy now, it's, you know what? I don't care about the mandatories. Fuck it. I'm going to vacate. Let's go up to 154, run that. I'm going to run that division, which is crazy because you have to think about his boy Charlo. It's just like
he already said, listen, if we boys, we break bread together.
Yeah.
He will fight Charlo.
There
It's
we
just
go.
that
I
is
love
Derek
it.
James going to be in
That's what I'm saying.
Spence's corner, or is he
No.
going to be in Charlo's corner?
That's
crazy.
No.
That's-
I don't think Spence gonna fight his brother though. I think he's gonna wait till Jamel Charlo moves up and then he conquers and gets all the belts.
And then
Yeah.
go up because he's already undisputed at 154. You ain't got shit else to prove.
Yeah.
But face is mandatory. No hairline, Thurman. I mean, Thurman, listen, you're a great fighter. You lost to Pacquiao, okay? I think he stayed at 47 too long. That's why he's been getting battered around the ring. And I just think that Thurman, even though he's an elite fighter, I put him up there. You know, Thurman's still a good fighter. He's just not active enough.
He hasn't really been getting battered though. He's been getting touched his whole 147 career.
I mean, Josecito Lopez had him
Barrios
running. He was hurt in that fight.
But Barrios did what everybody. As soon as you touch Thurman to the body, he starts to dance.
Josecito Lopez had him hurt.
he did
Bad all over the ring. Like, that was the worst I ever seen him.
But that's one fighter, and we know in this game, when you fight a certain amount of fights, it's gonna happen.
It catches up.
It's gonna catch up.
But that
eventually.
weight class, I think Thurman, he
it's
can
the
make
weight cut.
47, but he's getting battered at 47.
Well, there's no
At 150.
fluid to the brain. There's less fluid to the brain, and like
Yes,
there's
sir.
the science and psychology behind it. So when we do this whole weight cutting shit, it's an advantage. It's like when I used to make 145 and 147, I literally would be like 2 weight classes above my division the next day. It's all a scientific strategy. These boxers do the same damn thing. They weigh in at, unless they have like a weight clause where they can't go above a certain weight. That's totally different. I've heard of that. I've seen that before
Canelo
in
did that
boxing.
before.
Yeah, I've seen that in boxing.
and that's what Spence will do
That's
because
what I'm saying.
he's the A side, and he's gonna be.
Of course, he has control.
And exactly, he has Al Heyman, he has PBC. They have all the control. He puts asses in the seats. He sells pay-per-views. And for him to get this fight at 154 and 147, that's Spence flexing that power that the sanction embodies, and everybody knows
We all
that
know
him
Spence
and
is
PBC
the draw at 47. He
and
got
that
3
he
belts.
has.
Yep.
But here's what I'm thinking. Again, I don't agree with it. He's gonna fight at 154. If he was gonna drop the belts, he would just drop the fucking belts. He would just drop them. I think he's gonna hold the belts. I'm gonna get in shape for 154. I'm gonna punch Thurman in half, and then I'm gonna go straight into because WBC said they're giving him 60 days after that fight to negotiate this shit
With who?
with Crawford.
Yes.
With Crawford.
I
And I'm
want him to
thinking
fight
that
Crawford.
he's gonna use.
Just fight Crawford. That will settle the score for everything.
But it don't hit the same. It don't hit the same at
It's not a world
154.
title. You're saying it's because it's not a world title mandatory at 147. It's not the same. Like
Exactly. It has to be an undisputed welterweight fight. 147 at 147.
That's what I want at 147.
Exactly.
I don't want him fighting
I don't
Crawford
want it at
54.
154. I'm gonna watch, but it won't. It's not gonna be the same. Like I'll watch that at home by myself. I don't give a shit. If they're fighting at 147, I'm going to somebody's house. I'm going to you making plans.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
The magnitude's different.
Or even I'm planning to
It's
go
undisputed.
be
It's
there.
undisputed.
I hear you.
Exactly.
So-
So I'm thinking that he's using this fight to get at least in shape enough to hit 154 and then stay his ass in camp. You take
Stay
a
in
couple
shape.
weeks off and then
That makes sense.
you start training again
It
for
makes sense.
147. I might be wrong.
No, that makes
I
sense.
don't. Yeah,
No,
but
it
we
makes
don't
perfect
know. Like,
sense.
if
I don't
Spence
think.
make
I don't
154. I don't know if he's coming back down.
I don't think so either.
It's gonna be very hard to make 47 after that.
I don't
He's
think-
gonna
I don't
like
think-
the feel of 54. He's not gonna want to go back
But
down.
he walks around at 180. He been said that cutting his weight isn't easy. But
shit.
that's because
But
he's
at
been for the
30
You see
last
years
some
old
pictures
now,
of him
4
looking
or
like Burger
5.
King. I love these fans. I ain't gonna cut
Hamburger
throat.
helper.
Yo.
But come on, man. Like lately, even when who was fighting? Frank. No, his
Frank
fighter.
Martin?
Yeah,
Frank Martin.
Yeah, Frank Martin was fighting.
Yeah, he was big.
Especially looked heavy, man. And
But that's how he
making
always
47
been.
right now.
It's too much on his body.
He's always been that way.
Yeah, but look
Takes
who
a
isn't.
toll.
Crawford is in shape now.
24/7.
Yeah.
Crawford's like
Boom,
Mayweather. Mayweather used to
24/7.
be like 4 or 5 pounds above his weight class.
Yeah.
That's tremendous shape.
And
Crawford
then-
stays in shape.
But you said spin the block, right? You said
Spin the damn block,
You
Spence.
said spin the block. Hold
Tell
on.
the truth.
Hold on. The reason why I'm thinking that this fight, because remember he said Spence was like April, May, or June.
Yeah, but they say it's April. Everyone's
Exactly.
saying
No,
it.
but there's you know why they're saying it's
Sources,
April.
sources.
You know why? You know why they're saying it's April? Because Thurman is about the bread, and was like, "Fuck it, let's do it at 154. Let's fight right now." Oh, you agree to that? Word.
Say
Let's
less.
do it in April. So now I have time. I have enough time to get in shape because you know if that shit would have happened in June, and then as long as it takes to go into another camp to fight the caliber of fighter that Crawford is,
Thank you.
Yep.
it's gonna be another. We might not even
So-
get that shit till 2024.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you, Javon.
Yeah, it might get stretched.
You think Spence will fight Crawford after he fights Thurman?
Yes,
How about you, Rick?
I think he does.
Yeah.
I'm not at 4-7 though.
he
Not
doesn't think it's
4-7.
at 4-7.
Not at 4-7.
I think it's at
I think
147.
If he fights, if
he
it's
goes 54,
truth,
it's
if it's
over.
truth that these guys are really gonna fight at 54, 'cause we don't know. It could be just talk. It's not really set in stone yet. But if they fight at 154, I don't see Spence coming down.
I don't
After
either.
that.
I think he stays.
But if they don't, say this is Cat, and he doesn't fight Thurman in April, why not fight Crawford? Why not fight Crawford in April?
Because I gotta get in shape, bro.
Oh, now he need a tune-up?
At 140, I'm not gonna make. Listen, he's
Does
fighting.
he need a tune-up? That's all.
my
The
God.
question is, do he need a tune-up or not?
It's not about it being a tune-up. It's the fact that he got in a car accident, right? And I'm gonna have to make 147. I'm gonna have to make one. He's not gonna make 147 by April. That's for damn sure. That's why he was saying May or June, because I need more time to
He
get
needs
this
time.
fucking fat off of me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So in the meantime,
That you gotta
like your
respect.
boy did, and when it took the bag after you were negotiating all this
I
time,
know.
I'm gonna go grab the bag because Thurman is gonna sell the fucking fight, and he's the big fish. I already sell. It don't even have to. Even if it's not for a title, which is bullshit to me. Again, that's fucking bullshit.
He's dropping facts.
If you're
Dropping
not
facts.
fighting, if you're not fighting at 147, why not just grab the quick bag at 154 like Crawford did, and then I'm gonna jump into that 147. I'm gonna jump into that camp right after that because again, Khalif don't want y'all to know. Terrence was asking for wild shit that nobody's ever asked
Negotiations were
for.
Crazy.
That was you want to see all the books, and I want approval on expenses. So he wants to be able to control how much you spend on your Uber rides. You can't get the suites. You gotta get the two
Crawford
queens.
is his own
the two
boss.
queens with the kitchenette.
Crawford is his
That's
own
what you
boss,
gotta get.
though.
Oh, you
Spence
fly
got-
business class? No,
Spence
jump
got-
your ass and coach.
Go and coach.
Go and coach.
Yo.
That's fucking crazy.
Spence is not his own boss. Crawford is. You gotta
How are
remember
you the
that.
boss when you ain't putting no fucking money up? You're
come
being
on, man.
paid. You know who gets
He
paid?
just got 10
You
million.
know who gets paid? Employees get paid. You understand?
Yep.
That's an employee.
You hear this? You hear this crap? You hear this crap he's talking?
That's an employee, yo. He's an employee to the promotion.
You have to go to Al Heyman for the check. Is Terrence Crawford on
Get
the check?
that man in the ring with him.
Is
and
Terrence
we gonna
Crawford
find out
name
who's
on the
ace.
check?
I agree.
Is
They
it-
gotta get in
They
there,
just gotta
bro.
get in the ring, man. We can sit here and
No.
But that's
no.
talk
about
no,
all
no,
that.
business. It's
No.
business.
Don't cut the chef off. I'm
Brewing up.
we can talk about all that, but at the end of the day,
No,
get
no,
them
no.
in the ring. That's it.
Yeah, that's how B-sides talk. That's how the B-side talking like that. Because they don't have the advantages the A-side has. You understand? So
Leverage.
everybody bitching about, oh, how you not gonna give him a guarantee? Spence didn't have a guarantee either.
No guarantee money at all, man. Come on.
Neither does Spence.
Yo, you don't hear people say I want Crawford. The only person you ever hear they say I want.
You know why they don't
Crawford
want
is Boots.
Crawford? Because he can't sell to save his
Man,
fucking life.
Stop it.
He cannot sell.
Stop.
Don't make me bring the numbers up.
Dangerous and the
Don't-
numbers. Dangerous and the numbers.
The
Dangerous.
numbers are fucking horrible.
I'll say more dangerous than the numbers.
Yeah, and
Because
you know
if
what?
he
Then I'll agree.
If he
Y'all
knocks
seen
off,
the
if he
first
knocks
episode?
off,
Why take on a
if he
dangerous
knocks off
fighter?
Spence, Is he the A side now?
No.
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 Because you can't
still
fucking
not.
sell. You knock 10 people out straight, and you still can't sell.
If he
Did you
knocks
hear
out
about
Earl
those BLK
Spence,
numbers?
if he stops
It might-
Earl Spence, he's the A side.
It'll start to shift.
Bro,
It'll
he
start
can
to
knock
shift.
out Jesus Christ. He will still not be the A side.
Tell the truth.
I'm just being real.
Yeah, he's telling the truth. Yeah, he's telling the truth. All right, that's
Bro,
cap.
did you
That's
you know
big
about
cap.
the numbers?
I do.
You hear about them BLK numbers?
Horrible.
I mean, come on, bro.
Have you heard?
No one went to see that fight, right or wrong?
Nobody
They wanted
wanted
to see the Spence. All right, so look, you hyping up Crawford and Spence. They want to see that fight, right? And then Spence dragged on negotiations. Am I lying?
Bro,
Tell the truth. Am I lying? He
to
was
meet
dragging
those
them.
demands, it has to be dragged out.
He dragged them out.
He's
He
actively
dragged them out.
To meet those
They
demands,
could have
yeah.
fought.
To
They
meet
could have
the-
fought in November.
Listen, you got me saying it and him
They
saying
could
it.
have fought in November.
Yeah, but he's not matching those. The demand he's requesting is just too much for him to be asking for. He just doesn't deserve that.
Nobody's ever asked for that except for Mayweather, and Mayweather put money up.
Yes, Mayweather was filling them seats.
Stop.
That's the thing, and it's just a leverage game. That's a leverage in business.
And then
game.
on top of that, Espinosa.
Skill-wise, he
or was it
deserves.
This is
Espinosa?
telling the truth. I don't know
Skill-wise, he
what- I don't know what's
deserves.
going on right
Skill-wise, he
now.
deserves. No question.
Was
But
it
when it comes to
Espinosa?
business, it doesn't matter.
Bro,
It
the
doesn't
contract was for the next year, for the end of January or the beginning of February. The max
Now
max
let-
you would have waited. Hold on, you're a fighter. You're gonna fight. You're gonna fight somebody, right? You've been training to fight him. This, that, and the third is the biggest fight of your life. They tell you, listen, bro. I know you had a long layoff, right? I know you had a long layoff.
Yeah.
But I have this huge payday for Undisputed. All you gotta do is wait 6 or 7 more weeks. Are you gonna do that?
Shit.
6 or 7 more weeks is all
All right.
you gotta do.
But guess what? What happened?
It's
What happened?
Spence get in a car accident. So Crawford would have waited and it would have still fought him in January.
And
They don't been waiting until April. What do you mean and? He's
And-
so
what are
he
you
went up
talking-
for all year last year.
so because he got in a fucking
that's
accident.
the point. That's the point.
No,
Crawford
the thing is though
wouldn't
is that they
fought
should have
for a
fought
whole
before
year.
that accident. They should have fought then,
Yeah, they
before that
They should
shit.
have fought in November. Period.
Why didn't they?
That's what I'm saying.
Why didn't they?
The
Why
You
reason
think
why
that-
happening?
you think
because
that-
Crawford agreed to all demands, whatever he wanted. He just said, "Let me see."
And
see
he
the
got
transcript.
all of it.
Let me see. He said,
And then
"Let me
as
see the
soon as he
paperwork."
got the contract is on Terrence Crawford's desk right now.
It's ready, yo.
With all the crazy ass fucking
And he
demands
said,
he
"Let me
asked
see the
for.
paperwork." Then what happened?
They gave it to him.
No, they didn't. That's cap.
Now, everybody
That's
go and look. Go and look it up.
Where the
yourself.
cat's
That's
at?
cap.
Where the
That's
cat's at?
Crawford
That's
said
cap.
himself. That he about to look crazy right now. Crawford said himself the only thing that he didn't agree with after Al Heyman met all his demands. You can have approval on expenses. You can see the fucking books. I don't agree with the date. It's 6 to 8 weeks after you were gonna fight David Evanesian. No, I don't. That's you're trying to wait me out. Are you fucking crazy? That don't make no sense. What kind of sense does that make? You got the big bag and Undisputed right there. No,
Right in front
he
of
was
your
on
face.
TV talking about how people stealing fights and they watching the shit on the Fire Stick. He didn't believe he was going to get a $10 million payday. So I went with the guaranteed money, and then I'm gonna come around back to this whatever this check is going to be.
Crawford already
He
said,
didn't
"Let's spin the
believe
block."
that he was going to do that.
Okay,
shit.
but the fight
But the-
happened already, and now what? He said spin the block. Why is it spin the block? He fighting Thurman. Come on, bro. Thurman.
5-4.
What I'm saying is, I agree.
Thurman?
Spence.
Let's go.
I-
No
what did I
hairline
just say?
Thurman.
What did
No
I just say?
hairline Thurman. You fighting?
Spence is
Who hasn't fought?
I don't
When's the last
agree.
time
I don't agree
Thurman even
with,
fought?
I don't agree. He's
I
fought
remember.
Barrios. He
The
fought
Barrios
Barrios.
last one, right?
Wait, how
Last
long
year.
ago that's been?
Last year.
Was it last year?
Yes, it was last year.
Last year or 2 years ago?
Don't you need some more facts? What else? What other facts you need?
All right, I'm upstairs.
Listen,
Oh,
They
you
could have
got it.
fought
I'm coming down
before all that shit happened, before all of it, he disagreed. I want to go get the guaranteed bag after they met all the demands, and then he went and took the easy bag.
Easy.
Easy work.
Easy bag.
David Evanesian
It's a
is
guaranteed bag.
not. I mean,
That's the difference. It's a guaranteed bag when it's something that wasn't getting
He had a
negotiated
guarantee.
before.
It had a guarantee. Wait, what? $25 million a piece.
And that's the power of Spence. $25 million a piece.
no.
the
That was
pot-
through Crawford.
I understand. Listen,
but-
hear me out. The people, that's not Crawford's money. That had
No.
to come from somebody else.
Yeah,
didn't
it's
it?
come from another source.
Okay, so the pot is $50 million, right?
Correct.
If you can go get me Errol Spence, right?
Yeah.
They paid David Evanesian $500,000. That's $500,000, and they gave Crawford 10.
10.
What's the pot? $10.5 million.
10.5,
So it went from
11
$50 million If you get me
To
the
11
big
the
fish,
most.
and then it went all the way down to 10.5 without Spence.
David Abenija don't even got a belt.
Thurman
you
don't got a
You
belt.
don't have to fight for a big person.
Thurman don't got a belt. Watch how these numbers do.
It's because it's Spence.
Yep.
And it's Thurman.
Yeah, Thurman too.
Thurman,
got-
don't sleep on Thurman.
Thurman sells too.
Yeah, I'm not.
Thurman can sell.
Thurman sells too, yo.
Yeah, he got
Keep
a
it
little
up.
voice. He got a little.
That fight with Pacquiao did well over $1 million.
Yeah.
That was
It
over
did
$1
good
million
numbers,
pay-per-view.
yo. I don't know the exact number, so I'm not gonna quote it, but it did good numbers.
Man, but bottom line is, I'm upset with both fighters. I was mad at Terrence. I thought it was Terrence's fault. And then when Spence, I'm not even defending my belts for a mandatory at 154. You have to put some blame on Spence. It's fucking both of them.
Yep.
And one, like, even though Crawford doesn't have a promoter, there was greed that went into that because he wasn't sure of himself. He didn't think that I would be able to hit $10 million off of the sales and the gates and the pay-per-views and all that shit. So he went and got the quick bag, and then now Spence is doing what he's doing. But I'm praying and I'm hoping that he's just doing this shit at 154 so that he can springboard from that camp right into the Crawford camp. I think that Crawford should go to that fight. He should hop right in the ring after fucking they're cleaning.
Yeah, it's how low.
Oh, he definitely
Right
should
after
be
when they're cleaning Thurman off the mat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hop in the ring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, when we gonna do this? You gonna spin the block or what?
So we all agree that Spence knocks out Thurman, correct? 54, you gonna knock him out?
I think he stops him.
I think he hurt
stops
some
Thurman.
worse. I think it would have been better for him.
I think
at
it's gonna be a good
147.
fight. I think it's gonna be a good fight because Thurman can fight. He moves. He sets traps. He got power. At 54, you might fill in the weight class better. You
Yeah,
know?
that's a good point.
So Thurman ain't a bum.
No,
He's elite.
Far from
he
it.
only lost to Pacquiao,
far from it.
and he almost beat Pacquiao. So he was in the trenches with Pacquiao. So Thurman got some dog in him, but I do see Spence stopping him late. I see Spence walking him down, cracking him to the body.
I think it's that pressure. and
Really,
body
like
work.
put the pressure on him. He don't like Thurman anyway, so I see him knocking him out, and then, tell the truth.
I think it's that pressure and body work that really does the damage for Spence, and I think that's one of the main things that's going to really have that fight end, where Spence's pressure, breaking down his body, is really going to affect, whether it's at 54 or 47, even if he's comfortable at 54, Thurman, it's still going to be somewhere he gets stopped, somewhere he gets dropped, you know what I mean? And it's just the overall power and pressure of that body work that's going to really affect that fight with Thurman. And I got Spence. I got Spence finishing him, and 54 or 47, it don't matter to me. But it might be a good fight early on, but it's not something where we're gonna be like, oh shit, Spence is getting hurt, or oh damn, Spence, might lose this fight. I think it's something where he's gonna be able to stop him.
I think it'll start off with Thurman winning the fight. That's how Spence fights. He always starts slow, but when he's realized that I can take your power, and Spence is a master at cutting off the ring, when he starts to get in right like this, it's over for you.
Inside starts sitting.
When he's on them two phones,
Mhm.
and then he starts coming forward, and he knows all I gotta do is attack this
Sit
body.
and rip.
It won't be long after that. I give it rounds like what?
It won't go past 9.
I give it 6 to 8.
It won't go past
Yeah, I
9.
got like 6 through 9.
Once he starts
Okay.
touching his body, I think Thurman's
It's
gonna
gonna be
really
a lot of
get
running and
knocked out.
moving in the beginning.
He gets stopped bad, but I think he takes the shots well early. It's a bigger weight class. I mean, he's gonna be able to absorb the shots better.
Yeah,
So
you're right.
Yo, so is that it?
for preparation of how hard it is to get in the ring when you're training.
Mm-hmm. You want to get into that right now?
Yeah, or let's
Hey, take it away. Yeah.
So, a lot of fans and casual fans don't realize how hard it really is to be in boxing or any mixed martial arts or whatever. But we're just talking strictly boxing.
Combat sports, man.
Combat sports, yeah. To get up every day, the running, the miles, the sparring. A lot of people get knocked out in sparring. A lot of people think sparring is pity pat. That's not the case. I mean, we use the bigger gloves, but I've seen people get stretched in sparring plenty of times. I see people come from different camps. You know, if another gym comes here and facing this gym or facing other gyms, they're coming to knock your head off. So when you're in preparation for a fight, that is the hardest. I think training for a fight is actually harder than actually fighting, because you're getting battered every day. You can spar every day. You're sparring light heavyweights. You could be sparring middleweights. And you ain't just sparring people in your weight class. You're sparring much bigger and much smaller. So it's wear and tear on the body. The roll work, the jump roping, the mental aspect of it. Everything in boxing is physical, and it's a mental thing too, and it just drains you. So when people sit there and say, oh, they're just throwing punches and this and that, it's all science, and it's all mental pressure that can break you. And I just think that they overlook how hard the sport really is. And if you actually get into it or just try it out for a week or so, you will respect the sport a lot more.
Yeah, Rick had me respecting the sport real early.
Walk that line, champ.
Yo, had my legs ready to fall off.
Walk that line,
You
champ.
wanna
How to walk the line.
All I was
yo.
doing was just walking that line, and he's like, I'm like, we doing anything else today? He's like, you're not gonna want to do nothing else after I make you walk this line.
Well, just recently, I had Rick in here doing pad work with me.
Heck yeah.
And
It was so dope, man.
And we
back.
get it in, and it's just hard. I mean, boxing is just hard, period. I mean, it's probably the hardest sport you can ever get into. Besides mixed martial arts, I think that's another physical sport.
I think wrestling, man. So let me kind of jump in here. I feel like when my opinion, for me being a mixed martial artist and a professional boxer on both spectrums, I feel like boxing and wrestling were like some of the two most difficult, grueling sports to deal with. Boxing, you have a tremendous amount of volume of throwing the punches. Then you got somebody bringing punches at your face. So then your nervous system's affected a certain way. You're not just going to be here, I'm not just hitting a bag anymore. Now it's going to be fight or flight, where I got to worry about somebody hitting me back now. I got to defend myself. I have to be sharp. So it's a physical and a psychological thing when it comes to boxing. And when it comes to wrestling, they're just gritty and tough. Like, they are nonstop in your face. They're snapping on your head. They're slamming you, taking you down. They're pressuring you and putting their body weight on you. It's one of the most physically grueling sports I've ever been involved with. So to go back to the whole concept of what a fighter goes through, it is a physical aspect of the game. It's something that I thought in the beginning when I was a fighter, that it's train hard. All you do is go hard or go home. But really, in reality, like, a body's only able to take so much. And for me, having a somewhat of an understanding of physiology, kinesiology, and understanding the science behind the body and anatomy, I just learned to understand like how much your body can really endure before it officially breaks down, it gets injured, it has issues, and you can't train the way you want to. So you have that aspect, the physical, and then the psychological aspect, which is what Khalif kind of addressed as well. Like, we have to be sharp, technical, we have to do this road work day in and day out. But then it's, as a fighter, you got to think about the business. You got to think about, I got to sell all these tickets. I got to sell these shirts. I got to have people fill these seats. So if I don't sell these tickets, the promotion's not going to want me to fight for them anymore. Then you're fighting here at the casino, like myself, or you're fighting in your hometown. People are watching you. Your family's there. Your kids are there if you have kids. Your girl's there. Your friends are there. Your people at the gym training with you are there. And they're there to support you to win, and they're expecting you to win. So when you have to lose in front of them, and then you have to go back to the back room and just take that all in, how much of a beating that is, it wears on you. And for people that are able to, that's why we had the conversation today, a lot of fighters are bums and this and that. You can't say that because, what they go through mentally and physically is just some of the most difficult things to face in life. And I think like a lot of people that are average viewers and regular viewers, you're never gonna understand that. And I understand it. So talk your shit and do your for real. Tell the damn truth. I don't give a shit. Like, talk your shit, whatever. It doesn't affect me. And fighting has saved me in that way. Because previous to fighting, I used to be so caught up in how people thought of me and what people were saying about me. Once I became a fighter, I didn't give a fuck anymore. Say what you want. I don't care, because you're not doing what I do. I go after what I want. I love what I do. And if you don't respect that, too fucking bad.
I want to elaborate on that too real quick. You got normal life as well. So if you have kids at home, not only you training, you got work. I mean, you got a normal life plus to add on to the hard pressure. So that's the key. Like, and then you see some exceptional fighters that transition. Listen, man, working as hard as you work, and then go home to living your regular life and maybe work and all that. You got to put all that in accountability. So that's why I think it's just one of the toughest sports in the world.
Don't like it. You can't play fighting. You can't play boxing. You can't play fighting. You can't play this shit. You have a teammate to help save you when you're running the ball or I'm shooting the J. You know what I'm saying? You got a teammate to help you.
It's a one-on-one sport.
When we go out here, we're warriors. We are literally modern-day gladiators, and we're fighting. I know how I felt, and I feel Khalif feels the same way.
Yeah.
I'm fighting maybe I sound dumb, and I've heard fighters say their opinions on this, and they say, oh, any fighter that says this, they're dumb. But I literally was ready to fight to the death. That's just my mentality. It was my psychology stepping in there because I knew this person's trying to hurt me. This person's coming to take my head off.
Take your food away. Yeah?
They're coming to take my meals away from me. And if I don't go there ready to die, ready to do my thing, there's no point in me stepping in this ring or this cage anymore. There's no point, which is why, I'm retired. I'm moved beyond that now. My mentality's not really there like that way anymore. You got to be a savage. And as a fighter, you got to respect every single man, woman that steps foot in that ring or cage because they are going there risking their lives. Respect them. Tell the truth.
That's why the corner's so important. You know what I'm saying?
Save them. You got to save them.
The fighter they're not gonna lay down. So.
So I guess that wraps it up, huh, fellas?
Yo,
that's it for today, man. We went in, man.
Yeah.
Listen, we're at Showstoppers Boxing Gym here in Allentown.
Shout out
Lehigh Valley. Shout out to Quentin. Doing his damn thing.
Man. Thank you, man. We appreciate you, brother.
We're going to be back real soon. We'll start getting these episodes out a little bit quicker. We're going to be a little bit more frequent. We got some better topics. We're going to have some fighters for you.
Yeah, we're going to have some interviews.
Hell yeah.
Before you go, make sure you like, you subscribe, and you share. Follow us on Instagram at TTT Boxing Pod. And we'll see you next time. We out.